TD, you want to tee up what we got coming up right now? This is your baby. This is like your little baby back there.
Yeah, me and Will Powell, we've been working on it since just yesterday, actually, because we were watching the games. Amari had a great game. Will's a big Raiders fan. So I asked the question, who would you rather have? So that's the segment. Who would you rather have? We have 3 rounds of this. Bucky versus DJ, DJ versus Bucky. First on up, who would you rather have? Amari Cooper or Odell Beckham?
All right, Buck, that's the matchup. You look at it right here. Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham, going into the future, I guess, is what we're looking at this. You can only choose one. Where are you going?
Oh, I got to get right over my shoulder. I'm taking Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. is the guy that we're going to talk about for a long time, kind of changing what we expect from the wide receiver position. Rookie season, didn't play the first 4 games, but then absolutely lights it up, earns Pro Bowl honors. He is a guy coming out of LSU that I thought had the complete tool set. He can run routes. He can make big plays down the field. He can run after the catch. He played in a pro-style offense, so I thought the transition would be easy, and he's lived up to that. He is a guy that I think is absolutely unguardable. There you see the stats at the bottom of the screen. 1,600 yards in the first 16 games. I mean, it hasn't been done in the NFL. And so if I'm building my franchise around a talented wide receiver, give me Odell Beckham Jr. I just need a marginal quarterback because this guy's going to make a ton of plays at every level.
All right, so if you're going to, the 3 things then you would identify then, your 3 things you love most about him would be what?
3 things that I liked about him. It was explosiveness, his playmaking ability, and his ball skills. But I'm going to break down the tape because we're going to cue the tape up, and I'm going to show you what separates him from some of the other guys at the position. His ability to get open against all coverage. Look, this Byron Maxwell, talking about a $60 million guy who's supposed to be a shutdown corner. There you see the stutter release on the slant, gets him in a situation. But what I like about Odell Beckham, he plucks the ball, catches the ball with his hands, strong hands. Here we see it again. Separate, get inside, run the slant routes. A lot of guys don't understand the patience and the savvy, the wiggle to set defenders up. Odell Beckham Jr. has already mastered it already in his second season.
Well, look, you're not going to hear me say a whole lot bad about Odell Beckham Jr. I'm just saying in this situation where I've got to choose between these 2 guys, I'm going to Amari Cooper. I'm going to go with the Rook. Look, what we've seen from him. You talked about Odell Beckham. I was keeping notes when you're talking there, Buck. You're talking about the routes, the pro-style offense he came from, the quickness, all that stuff. I can say all the same things about Amari Cooper coming out of the University of Alabama. You look at the numbers, he's on pace right now. Look, he's not that far off from what Odell did. He's on pace for over 1,300 yards this year as a rookie. And to me, the thing you have to factor in is the durability. I know he's going to be out on that field each and every week. Odell Beckham has missed those games last year. We've seen him come out of games at times this year because kind of that track thing has got some of those hamstring issues. But to me, durability has to be factored in. And when I look at my top 3 traits, when I'm watching Amari Cooper, quickness, explosiveness. Quickness to me, quickness off the line of scrimmage, quickness at the top of your route, explosiveness after the catch. We'll see that on a tape here in a second. And then that tracking ability deep down the field. I mean, I think they're very similar players, but to me, if we can roll the tape here, guys, to me, when you just look at what he does after the catch, that to me might be the one slight advantage I give to Amari Cooper to nudge him over the top. You see here against the San Diego Chargers, simple tunnel screen, and you want this ball on your upfield shoulder so you can catch this thing rolling. He actually catches this thing, comes to a dead stop, Buck. Mm-hmm. And then to be able to get up to top speed as fast as he does, be able to step through a tackle, no problem. Going to be able to read a nice block by my center. And then, to me, the change of direction here. This is, I want to go Allen Iverson.
A little crossover.
Who else we want here?
A little crossover. He's going to bring back, a little John Wall.
I could go Tim Hardaway. I could take it back to Tim Hardaway. I mean, anywhere else you want to go with that, Buck? I mean, to me, durability has to be factored into it. I think they're very similar players, but I give Amari Cooper the edge.
You know, Amari Cooper is a nice player. I really liked him. I thought he was the best receiver that the Raiders have taken since Tim Brown. And what I liked about him is his route running ability. I like the savvy. I like the way that I felt like from day one, he was going to be their number 1 receiver. The difference is, and I'll kind of liken this to like maybe your choice in luxury cars, because I feel like Odell Beckham Jr. gives you that splash, that flashiness, kind of like maybe a BMW. Like he just, ultimate driving machine, just kind of gets up and going. Amari Cooper is smooth. He's solid. He's kind of like Alexa. It's just kind of, he's nice. He's high-end. He's luxurious, but he just doesn't have that pop that Odell Beckham Jr. has. that just kind of gives it to me a little bit.
Well,
I need a little more pop.
We might need to ask Jimmy Wilson from the Chargers about that because last week he looked like he had some pop going up against Jimmy Wilson, going up and getting jump balls and crossing them over like that. But okay, we'll agree to disagree there, Buck. Let's go.
Before we do, we put this out on Twitter. We put
this out to the people.
And here's what the people had to say. All right, so poll results came back, and it's Cooper with 60% of the vote. Odell Beckham with 40. And again, Cooper had a big game yesterday. Odell Beckham didn't. So people are prisoners of the moment, prisoner of now. So
now you're framing this. I know Odell Beckham Jr. is my guy, but you sound like disappointed that Twitter let you down. I know you're an Odell Beckham Jr. fan, maybe because of soccer background.
I do like Cooper, though. I do like Cooper. He's good. He's legitimate. He's a beast. I just feel like, again,
it's the Flash.
Yeah,
it's the Flash. You like the Flash.
TD helped you out. Did not help you out, by the way, when he released the poll at like midnight West Coast time.
West Coast. So all the Raider
Giant fans are all sleeping. Raider fans.
All the Raider fans
beat
are
that thing.
But look, it's a close thing. Here's what I would say. I think. How did you have Beckham ranked?
I had
your final back.
I had him as my third wide receiver, I believe. Number 3. I had the two. I had Sammy Watkins 1. I had Mike Evans 2, and I had Odell Beckham 3.
Now, I think we lumped this together because I think, I like to use your words against you. I think last year when we were going through the draft, we had to rank the big board, and we said of all the receivers from the past 2 years, where we put Amari Cooper, I think we had Amari Cooper behind Beckham, right?
But here's the thing. I had a higher college grade on Amari Cooper than I had. So that's apples to apples. Now, last year, I'm sitting here watching Odell Beckham do his thing on an NFL field, and you're asking me to compare him to Amari Cooper on a college field.
Prisoner of the moment.
So I was
now you've seen him.
Now I'm seeing apples to apples. I'm seeing Amari Cooper do his thing on the NFL level.
I don't think you can go wrong. I will say this. I think Amari Cooper is probably the more classic number 1 receiver in the league in terms of like the way he plays. Odell Beckham Jr. appears to be more of a guy that is the big playmaker, the guy that goes vertical, the guy that does all this stuff. Amari Cooper can do that. But I think he's more built to be the guy. We're going to feature it. We're going to build it around you. You're my Z receiver that we do all those things. 2 terrific players. I don't think you can go wrong either way. I just went with Beckham because I like the flash and I like the sizzle that he's brought.
And by the way, everybody that wears me out on Twitter about Kevin White, let's just let him play a game first before we label him. All right, let's let him play some football. I think he's going to be a very good receiver in this league as well. Amari Cooper, obviously, already.
He's going to have a bit of a head start on him. So that's
question.
he has to make up some ground.
Got to get healthy out there.